Hi everyone, you reached Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, welcome back. For all of you out there, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that every time I upload a video, you will be notified. Hit the like button, chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. And share my video with your friends and family so that they can come to my channel and get to know me also. I'm here today with a quick video on Brittney Griner, the WNBA player, and I had to say it slowly, guys, because I've been twisting up my words, who recently got sentenced to 9 years. 9 years, people, in Russia for having a smidgen. In comparison to what some people get caught with when they get caught with, I guess we're going to say drugs, right? A smidgen of cannabis, some oil, in a vaping device, okay, when she was on a layover, I believe, in Russia. Okay, 9 years they gave her. And I'm also going to talk a little bit about Kelis, the R&B singer, who went through a whole debacle with Beyonce. Let's first start with this, Brittney. So the thing is, I know a lot of people are going to say, listen, ignorance of the law is no excuse. I get that, right? She should have known better. And I mean, you can go down the list of what people might say, but you can say all of that. Do I think this crime that she committed, according to Russia, is worth 9 years in prison? I do not. However, are there some other folks where we don't know their name that have suffered similar sentences? Absolutely yes. But my thing is, I blame the NBA, I blame the WNBA, I blame unfairness that women across the board do not get paid fairly. Now, these NBA players, they get astronomical salaries and these are the ones that are not, I'm not talking about the ones that are not part of the NBA and been playing overseas to begin with, right? I'm talking about the actual ones that are in the NBA. So even the ones that sit on the bench and never get up off that bench, they get paid more money than the WNBA players who actually play the game the whole season. The men that sit on the bench get paid more than the women that actually play the game the whole season. Picture that. So what I'm saying is, here you have this young lady that, upstanding citizen, is making a living, and she's just going overseas to play ball so she can just make money to feed herself and her family. And because we legalize so much stuff in the U.S., people's minds get a little bit distorted, because when you do something every single day, and listen, I'm not saying she did this every day, just understand and follow me, okay? But when you do something every day, it becomes a habit. Once something becomes a habit for you, it's an automatic for you. You don't have to think about it anymore. If you ever set your alarm to get up 5 o'clock in the morning, you may need it the first 30 days. After 30 days, your body, even if you have your alarm set, your body will start to automatically wake up on its own. Like, you may wake up a little bit before the alarm, or the alarm is going off and you was already awake. So do you get what I'm saying? She probably was so used to having this device, not having to worry about it, because everywhere she traveled in the U.S., it was not a big deal. And she didn't think twice, or it was unconscious. It was like, okay, I'm putting my toothpaste in my bag, I'm putting this vapor thing in my bag, I'm putting that in my bag, and that was it. She wasn't thinking, oh, I'm about to get stopped, like this could be illegal. Let me try to hide it. Let me not put it in there. Let me see how I can sneak it across. It wasn't a situation like that. And yes, I get it. Does that matter? It still doesn't matter. She broke a law. I do understand that, but I think 9 years is excessive. I think that, the United States should be doing so much more to get this young lady back home. And I think that even all the NBA players, those are like her brothers. Okay, you know how you have the fraternities and the sororities, the WNBA and the NBA, those are brothers and sisters. Every last one of her brothers should stand up and say they're not going to play another game, or not play 2 games or something to get people moving. Because you know what? Sometimes people don't do anything. They don't take action until you make them take action. You make them look at you and say, listen, it is not right. Help this young lady out. We have helped others in the United States. Let's help this young lady get home. 9 years. And to my understanding, the whole 6 months when they was waiting for her case to come about, waiting for her trial, which she didn't have because she ended up pleading guilty, and waiting for them to sentence her, she was not in like the prison. She was in kind of like the jail where, you know, if you ever get arrested and they just holding you overnight, you're not in the regular population with the people that got their sentence already. Soon as they sentenced her, boom, off. She's in the prison with the regular people. I don't even know if everyone in that prison is going to I don't know the languages over there. Like, will there be enough people that understand English? I don't know. What is this going to look like for her? And we think here in the U.S. that our jails are bad. I heard in other countries it is horrific. My heart breaks for her. I really hope something is done. I hope something is done like ASAP. And I pray to God that these darn NBA players, they need to stand up and speak up. And then all of her fellow sisters in the WNBA, I'm not saying they not, but I haven't heard anything. They need to stand up and speak up also. Because today was her, tomorrow it could be them. Because they go overseas a lot to make money. Where the NBA players, they could just chill because their salary, and I'm telling you, even the ones that sit on the bench, they don't have nothing to worry about. They don't really need a secondary job, so to speak, because they also get a lot of endorsements. And in comparison, I'm not saying that none of these ladies don't, but in comparison, the NBA gets more endorsements than the ladies do. Anyway, prayers to Brittney. I feel like that could be my daughter. My heart truly breaks for her. My heart breaks for her wife also. Imagine being here and you can't do anything for your spouse. You can't do anything. You barely get to speak to her. And now you hear like she has this 9-year sentence and she's probably going to go to some horrific jail or prison. This is just, I don't even like to think about it because I get sadder by the moment. So prayers out to Brittney Griner. Everybody pray for her. That's all we can do at this point. We got to pray for Brittney. So let's move on to this Kelis story really quick. And listen, a girlfriend of mine sent me this and I was like, you know what? I got to talk to the people about this because it makes sense. And it's so powerful. And this page is called the Black Kings and Queens Project, right? So these are not my words, but I thought it was monumental what they wrote here. There is a lesson to be learned here, right? And they're talking about Kelis. Now, Kelis is not the songwriter or producer of Milkshake. Now, this is the song that she claimed Beyonce sampled, right? And didn't even have the courtesy to call her and tell her she was sampling this, and then throws her name on the credits as a songwriter, and no one called her. So she was pissed at Beyonce, pissed at Pharrell, and then she pulled back a little bit on Beyonce and blamed it all on Pharrell. Now listen, she said that Pharrell stole her work, okay? And his name is over everything, even though he never wrote a song in his life. Well, you all know when you go to a courthouse, right? A judge can be like, you know what? I believe you. But unfortunately, that person's name is on the paperwork. That person has all the proof. So I have no choice but to rule in that person's favor. So, but Kelis can go around screaming all she wants, and I could believe her. I could believe her all day long. But what does that matter? That she is the true writer of that song. But at the end of the day, it belonged to Pharrell. And Beyonce cleared everything through Pharrell. But Beyonce, being the sisterhood that she says she is, put Kelis' name on there. But let me finish giving you what these people wrote here, because you got to hear this. So, okay, so they said she's not the songwriter or producer of Milkshake, according to the paperwork. I'm adding that, right? So her money stopped after she stopped performing it, okay? and they're speaking facts here, she doesn't get to make any decisions regarding the song. She doesn't. That's why Pharrell was able to give it to Beyonce. She does not continue to get paid from the song. It's true, because her name is not on it, right? Beyonce puts out a song called Energy, in which there is a piece of Milkshake, not a sample, on this song. Beyonce legally clears the use with the song's producers and adds Kelis as a songwriter, which means she can now get paid for years to come. You're hearing that? So before, she wasn't getting paid because her name wasn't on it as a producer or songwriter anyway. So now here it is, years later, you wasn't getting paid for that song unless you went out and did a concert and you sung that song, right? So here it is, years later, Beyonce uses a piece of it, puts your name on it as a songwriter, and as long as Beyonce stuff, and you know the Beehives, they love her. They'll buy anything she does, right? So as long as the Beehives buys this and listens to it and downloads it, Kelis, because she put your name on there as a songwriter, you would have gotten paid. Kelis goes on a tangent, calling Beyonce a thief, and said she could have had the decency to call her, even though she didn't have a legal obligation to do so. Instead of Beyonce responding negatively, she simply removes Kelis as a songwriter and the use of a simple la 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 that would have gotten Kelis paid for life. Kelis messed up. Now Kelis is back to square one. No credits and no money from a hit song she didn't even own. And y'all thinking Beyonce was wrong? If anything, it was a surprise gift. Hey, I know you didn't get taken care of for your single, so here's an opportunity where you are put as a songwriter on my song so that you can get paid. What's the moral of the story, they said? Don't let emotion and low vibrations ruin your blessings. Humility and unity over pride and division. Well, you know what? Wishing these queens the best. And this came from a group called the Black Kings and Queens Project. Well, you know what? They spoke a whole basket of roses right there. You ran your mouth. And see, here's the problem. Part of the problem, I think, with social media today, you don't have time to cool down, right? Because all you need is a phone, and a finger to press go live, and boom, you can start going live. And any time that you're emotional, that you're in your bag of feelings, you will probably most likely say something that you regret. So here the universe, God, gifted Kelis. It righted a wrong for Kelis, right? She was wronged by Pharrell. He stole her song according to her, stole the credits, okay? Never put her name on it. So she never got paid. Here it is decades later, over 2 or 3 decades later, right? Beyonce uses a smidgen of it. Puts Sister Kelis' name down as a songwriter. Kelis would have got paid time after time, hand over fist, over and over again. But no, instead she runs her mouth, and instead of Beyonce took the high road. She did the Michelle Obama. When Kelis went low, Beyonce went high. Took the high road, said, okay, she's pissed. Take her name off of it. Take that out of it. I'm done. And now Kelis gets nothing again, the second time around. Well, guys, listen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. Chat with me in the comments, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. It's an unfortunate situation here. One person's ignorance cost them 9 years of their life behind bars. Hopefully, that will be short, and she will get out with the help of the powers that be here in the United States. And we have another one, Kelis, where she was wronged when she was younger. She had a sister, right or wrong, but her mouth caused her to get paid for life on a song that she didn't get paid for previously. Chat with me in the comments, guys. There's a lot to talk about, and when I get an opportunity, I will chat back. Don't forget to hit the like button, and I'll see you on the next video.